you get that? Oh, yeah, that's fine.
We experienced the stereotypes and things
All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Opening prayer, Mr. Barker, would you lead us off?
Yes, sir. God, we come together tonight again to thank you for who you are. Thank you for those who provide for us. Continue to lift up this city, this country, our president, this mayor and council. Pray for wisdom, direction, and the way you have us to go. We ask you in Christ's name, amen.
Face the flag, salute, pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call.
Councilwoman Cook,
Present.
Councilman Crump,
Here.
Councilman Taylor Ritchie,
Here.
Councilman Ray,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Chapman,
Here.
Mayor McIntyre.
Here. Okay, now I need a motion to adopt this agenda we have in front of us.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Okay, it's got an item on there that says former business that was not on the previous agenda.
What was that?
The 5 Beverly Concerned Citizen. That wasn't on the agenda previously. It just needs to be under new business.
All right. That Clyde Beverly concerned citizen need to be put on the new business. I need a motion to accept the agenda we have with the change of putting Clyde Beverly on the new business concerned citizen.
Changes about Beverly and the new business.
second.
All in favor, any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Okay. Next on the agenda is updates on Dillard Park and Brookhaven Drive by Mr. Keith Taylor.
Yes, sir. Start with Dillard Park. We did finally get the metal building plans in, which allowed them to begin work. They began on Monday. As of today, they had excavated all of the foundation. They'll start forming up. You should see concrete pour by the end of the week. They'll have to put in their piping and things, and then they'll start with the block work. I believe the latest estimate for the metal building to be delivered is around the 1st of December. We're trying to get that a little quicker if possible, but we're at the mercy of those metal building persons.
Okay. All right.
Then would you like me to touch on Brookhaven as well?
Yes, please.
So, we're able to solve the utility conflicts, and they have remobilized. Most of the storm pipe crossings are in. I believe we have one left to do this week. As of tomorrow, they'll be forming boxes and getting those completed, and then they will start on the curbing. Once those items are complete, the last item would be the pavement on the way out to give you full pavement. So, with a little delay, we're on schedule now, and we're gonna work as hard as we can to get that completed.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next on the agenda is Edelman plat.
Good evening. My name is Tyler Davis. I'm with Elma Properties. Here to discuss our final plat for Sterling Grove. This is the final plat in follow-up to the preliminary plat that was approved back in the fall of last year. We've constructed it in substantial compliance. The city engineer has reviewed the progress and the final plat, and we're respectfully requesting approval on our final plat.
Okay, anybody got any questions for Tyler?
I'll just publicly restate what we mentioned last meeting and talked about during the business meeting, that in the future, we definitely want to see some amenities kind of factored into the plats and going forward, so that if we're building that many homes, that we have something for the communities going forward.
Sure.
And,
Totally understand. Yes.
Okay. Well, I need a motion to accept the plat for them.
Based on the fact that you've already gotten the water use certificates, then I make a motion that we go ahead and accept this final plat.
Need a second?
You already got water and sewer? Oh, yeah, Darryl signed on
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
yeah. I'll
yeah.
second.
Any discussion?
Keith, you gave us some information, did you want to cover anything?
I'm happy to if you'd like me to.
Well, I mean, maybe just talk about the road before we vote.
Yes, I've made a short report for you that I tried to submit to you in writing. The biggest difference with our subdivision regulations, this is actually the first subdivision to go through with those things, but there's a procedure to receive those bonds to make sure that that road is repaired after all the houses are done. So they will be placing a letter of credit that will be placed with the city clerk. They have to have a cash bond behind that at their bank. If they fail to repair your roads or place that seal bond after the houses are complete, that money would be available to do so. So that's our surety. We would prefer that the developer do that, have full confidence they will do that. And once they do that in accordance with your regs, they will request to have that bond released approximately 24 months from now. But what that does, different than our others, is that does give you an insurance policy, so to speak, on that roadway, which is one of the main reasons we wanted the sub-regs. All those things, we've looked at the estimates, we have been out to the site, they've done a good job, and it is in accordance with their preliminary plats. So we would recommend approval at this time.
And should it go past the 24 months, we re-up the bond, or we just continue?
Actually, I spoke with the bank, and it is set up to be renewed annually. At the 24-month mark, it will be renewed until we, or the city, releases that and doesn't renew it again. So that protects you as far as that goes.
And this answers the question that we had come up before about with the new construction, are bonds still required? And the answer is yes.
It is, it's a part of your regulations, and those will be in effect until you decide to make a change to them. So it is gonna be required on every subdivision moving forward.
Okay. All right, any more discussion? If not, all in favor of? All opposed? How many yeas? How many yeas?
I got two for everything, 2 no's, 2 yes, 2 no votes. So, nobody.
Gonna pass. All right.
So we gave a will serve letter, but we voted against it.
All right, next on the agenda is Margaret Elementary plat.
Can we continue that till next week?
Yeah, I make a,
Yeah, it'll come up in November.
Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.
Too.
Next on the, agenda is Margaret Elementary plat. Yeah, this a plat that, they had promised to put down at the school for the council members that was involved in getting the school in here. And we got an estimate for 1850.
who's they?
The school had promised it.
Okay, are they paying for it?
Nope, we are.
Well, what's the plat gonna say? Because we were handed this when we walked in today, and it's got no details about what's gonna be on the plat, other than some generic text on the size. Like, what's the plat supposed to say?
The mayor and the council members that was involved.
Okay, well, since this is the first time the money's been presented to us, and it was given to us, like, right when we walked in the door, I make a motion to table this until the first of the year, after we can revisit it and figure out what the plaque is supposed to say.
This plaque says environmental services.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, there's no listing of what it's actually supposed to say.
I'll second.
Okay.
Any discussion? All in favor of tabling it? All opposed?
You're gonna have to suspend the rules to approve money first time it was presented.
Question. I'm kind of new, so I need to understand exactly what this plaque and everything is and what it's all about. So can that be explained so we can understand what's happening here?
The plaque is a plaque acknowledging the council members and the mayor that was present at, got the school in here. We donated land to St. Clair County, and that's all it was that came in.
So what they're trying to do is make a plaque with those people's name on the plaque?
Yes.
Okay, but that doesn't need to be tabled. That needs to go forward so we can deal with those people whose name is already supposed to be on the flag. Now, when the new administration come in, when they do something, then their name will go on the flag. So I don't understand what the hesitation is. We need to go on and get business out of the way that we can get out of the way. And new business coming in November, let that be in November.
It's the third time we talked about it, so why?
First time the money's come up.
So there's $1,800 or 18, what are we talking about?
$1,850.
$18?
$1,800
Okay, in order to do the plaque, and the plaque is gonna go where?
in the school, elementary school, Margaret Elementary School.
Okay, and so they're fixing the plaque, they're doing the plaque, and it's gonna cost $1,850.
A contractor's doing the plaque.
Oh, a contractor is doing the plaque, and it will go on the school building as a cornerstone or something like that?
Yes, inside.
Okay, okay. Well, if we got the money, we either do it or don't do it. So if we got the money, the $1,850, I say go on and do it. I'm just one black woman. But that's my thought on it. Let's go on and get it done, get that out of the way. That's less Tortorisa would have to deal with. You know, let him start his new administration with all this old stuff out of the way, because he's gonna have his hands full. And so let's go on and get it out of the way, get that part done, and then when he gets ready to go into office, he got a new slate to do what he needs to do and make it work.
All right. Well, I need a motion
So
to.
that motion is dead, so we need to do another one.
What do you need a motion for? Are we suspending the rules or just voting to?
Oh, it's supposed to suspend the rules. Vote on the motion. So I need a motion to suspend the rules.
I make a motion that we suspend the rules and, so that we could add this 1850.
I second it. All in favor? All opposed? If that has had to be unanimous. Okay, next on the, agenda, approve the council meeting, canvas meeting 10/3/2025. Approve the canvas meeting.
I make a motion that we approve the canvas meeting on 10/3/2025 as written by the clerk.
Any discussion?
Didn't we vote on it at the last meeting, and it was just a matter of signing this document?
No, it wasn't on the last meeting.
All in favor of? All opposed? Next, approve the council meeting minutes 10/3/2025.
Was that a special meeting on the third? Council meeting on the third?
Yes, this was the canvas, the results of the runoff election.
Yeah, that's just a canvas though. It says the council meeting minutes to 10/3/2025.
I'm sorry, this Tennessee. This Tennessee.
Make a motion to approve the minutes, 10/7.
James made the motion, Sandra second. Any discussion? All in favor of? All opposed? Okay, next on the agenda is, Clyde Beverly.
I give these to the clerk to give to the council. apologize for the typos, Mr. Mayor. I'm not secretary, so I may have some typos on it. Two things. One, when I came in, I understand the engineer was giving a report. However, recently, recently, it was stated that the reason for the delay in completing the widening and paving of Brookhaven Drive was due to a political action by you. Did you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. This was untrue. And the accusations gave birth to these following questions. The first question is, has all of the pre-construction requirements been completed to begin the construction? The engineer suggested it had been. As of last Thursday, they were still doing engineering. So over the last week, I'm assuming that he has completed all of the engineering and has all final approval been granted in writing. Next, has all the materials and supplies for the first phase been ordered and delivered? Since you're the reason politically, we haven't, certainly the first phase material has been ordered and delivered. What is the amount currently in a contingency fund for cost overrun? Have all the residents been contacted individually to inform them of the impact of this project that will have on their commute? Brookhaven has one way in and one way out. So if we're about to tear up Brookhaven Drive, have the residents been informed of the possible impact on their both returning home and leaving home? Who pays for the property damage, including replanting of sod specific to the residents? In other words, if you got azalea grass, who pays for the azalea to be replanted? Is that in your grant? Are Brookhaven Drive residents aware that they're going to lose 1 to 3 feet of property? Because the widening, I'm told by one of the engineers, is going to be 1 to 3 feet in width. If there is a 5-foot setback and we lose 3 feet, I get it, but were the residents informed of the loss? What is the building out of the widening and repaving? What's the timeline? Were the current building inspector and chief of police consulted before the grant was submitted? The reason for that is the actual police chief and the inspector and the fire chief should have been consulted with, I would think, for 2 reasons. They are the emergency responders. If they weren't talked to, then how are they going to do their job? What is the timeline for the current home construction in Brookhaven? Will the construction that is ongoing negatively affect the new road? We've got at least a 300 to 400, my understanding, build out. You're telling me you're gonna spend, what, almost $500,000? What's gonna happen to the new road? And I get awakened every morning at 5 o'clock by 18-wheelers. So you're telling me you're gonna spend $500,000, you got a 300 house build out. What's gonna happen to the new road? One way in and one way out. What is the emergency plan during the widening and repaving? And the engineer, know your incoming mayor, can answer that question because they are not the police and they are not the fire. The last thing I want to make mention of is I believe it has been reported that information has been illegally gathered from a city-owned computer, thus exposing all current property owners Each property owner should be made aware that their information has been copied by a person that was not authorized to do so. This action could lead to a class action lawsuit from citizens whose information has been illegally obtained. We don't know, none of us in here knows if that's true, what information has been ascertained. And I submit that if anybody in the city of Margaret is damaged in any way, let me give you an example. Let's say I'm behind on my property tax. And it's put out to a group of people that I'm behind. Let's say that group of people get together and decide to buy up. And anybody know what happens? Even though that you have a right to recover, it can be a headache when you gotta go and face the county. So my point being, the citizens, if it's true, I'd like Mr. Mayor to find out if it's true and make us aware that it is true. And then we as citizens can determine what our response should be. So you have the question. I don't care who answers it. Maybe it would be wise for the representative from Brookhaven to answer. I'll wait.
You answer any
I can answer any question you'd like me to, Mayor. I don't.
Well,
If you'd like to ask me a question, I'll answer.
about that project and who gonna pay for the damage and
The contractor is fully insured and has the responsibility to repair and make any kind of damage. Now, we are working in the right of way of the road, which is the city's property, so to speak. So there is an area outside of the pavement that the city has utilities in, and that's where we are working. So that is accurate. It is not our intent to hurt anyone's property. We would never do that. We're just, again, trying to do the scope of work that set us out to do.
Mr. Mayor, that's correct. If you go to the corner of Lakeside and Brookhaven Drive, the set aside, he's right, it's 5 feet. Go and look at Lakeside and Brookhaven Drive, it's more than 5 feet.
Yes, it is.
When they do the work, they will be faced with having to get beyond the 5 feet periodically. That's reality. When you're doing the kind of drainage they've got to do. So I hear him, he's right on one hand, but on the other hand, the evidence says that it's more than 5 feet. Who pays for that?
I can't answer. What about the build out for the widening and repaving?
Timeline, so they have by contract, about 4 months to complete it. We're gonna beat that. So our intent would be to complete it within about 3 months, but we allow a little extra for weather.
All right, Matt, do you know if all the residents it's involving was,
You're
contacted?
the mayor. Have you not sent out letters to
You the one
everybody?
did the grant.
Yeah, but you're the mayor. It's your
You the one-
administration.
You the one did the project.
You won't even give me basic information. How can I give out information to other people? You're the mayor.
Okay. I figured you'd come with
Are you paying this gentleman to ask these questions?
This gentleman has a name, he's here, you can ask this gentleman. I can answer, nobody paid me, I'm intelligent.
Oh,
I'm 71 years old, and I've built more than you could ever dream of. So don't ask him, ask me. He
So-
didn't pay me, you lied.
Well, you-
That's why the questions are here. You accuse that man unfairly of politically playing with your project. It was not true when you said it.
I'm pretty sure.
And as a result, I raised intelligent questions.
I'm pretty sure you told everyone in the room that you don't do anything for free. And did you try to sell aquaculture to the city?
Did I try to sell aquaculture?
Yeah, did you try to sell any,
No, I didn't know anything
did you
about
try to sell?
aquaculture.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you don't?
Okay, let's move on.
Oh,
James, do you
okay.
have anything?
I got,
Don't leave, Matt. Life might get interesting for tonight, so.
you like threatening people, don't you?
You have anything, James?
Yeah, but the police chief never does anything when you threaten people.
When did I threaten?
You have anything, Sam?
Good.
You, Matt?
I do have a couple of things. All right, so, last meeting, I presented the Regional Planning Commission resolution, and, it needed to be signed to get them started on the, 5-year comprehensive plan and also the annual bill we discussed. Has that been signed and have we paid that annual bill?
No.
Is there a reason we haven't paid the bill?
I ain't got to it yet.
Haven't gotten to it? Okay.
All right, what's your next question?
All right, so, have we paid the Argo Animal Clinic bill yet?
No.
Okay, all right.
What's next?
Let's see. How do we determine our city contractors and vendors, and how does the council go about approving those contractors? And do we allow 1099 contractors to use city equipment?
Did we finish this paper right here?
No.
We jumping from one thing to another.
You can open the floor for everybody to speak or just certain ones?
Before we go to something else.
What did you say?
You just cussed me?
So I do have the floor, so I'll continue. So you don't have an answer for allowing 1099 contractors, whether they use city equipment or not?
Excuse me,
I have the floor right now.
excuse me.
I have the floor.
You shouldn't have the floor right now.
He gave, the chair gave me the
No.
floor.
No, Mr. Chair, you should finish this, then give him the floor. Order. 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 Finish what you started, then let him have the floor, if he needs the floor. But don't jump from one thing to another, because we get confused.
You got anything else?
Yep, got a few other things. So we haven't gotten department head reports lately, except from Mr. Barker. Could we get some of the department head reports before the end of the night?
Can we get them before the end of the night? you
Yeah,
said?
yeah,
No.
okay. All right, and at the last council meeting, I gave you a information request for the financials that I asked you in person for, and you refused in person, and then so I submitted them as an information request. Am I gonna get those documents, because the 14 days is up now based on the new state law? So am I gonna get the financial records so that I can prepare and plan for November?
I don't know. You might.
Okay.
Okay, that's, okay.
Well, so you don't
What's
want
next?
you don't want to try to
I
work
just
together?
answered.
You don't want to try to be
just
polite and work
answered the
together? I'm
question.
asking a different question. You don't want to work together and try to be
You
polite and
never
move
wanted
this?
to work with me.
I've tried many
No,
times.
you haven't.
I'm trying right now, and you're,
Okay.
okay. All right. So, all right. Last thing, I challenged this right after it happened, but I'm formally challenging the November 5th appointment for District 3. Like that was done without a quorum and with no voting, or like so you voted without quorum and continued a council meeting without quorum. I've contacted the league. They confirmed that you cannot proceed without quorum, and our quorum is listed as 4. So here's my official challenging for your appointment for District 3. Going forward, we will revisit.
We just had an election.
It doesn't matter.
So what you,
So I'm challenging, you broke the law and I'm challenging it. And so, and
that's what we got.
yep, so, all right, that's the official challenge. That seat has not been properly filled. And, yep, I mean, I brought it up after the meeting and you chose not to address it. So, I'm bringing it up now. And let's see what else we've got. I've also, got a couple grants that I've been working on for Dillard Park and Wilson Park, but the deadlines have passed since we didn't have meetings at the end of September.
John?
Yeah, we're gonna patch any roads that was submitted 9 months ago? Or are you still standing against that? Last council meeting, you said you wouldn't patch any
Yeah, I'm
more
gonna patch
roads.
them. I'm gonna patch them.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
Oh,
What
that's
else?
it.
That's it?
Mhm.
All right. Ms. Haynes?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay. I need to, first of all, I'm facing the citizens of Margaret. Y'all have a voice in everything that goes on. Don't sit back and let folk railroad you. With the thought that I have all the answers and you don't know nothing. I have a problem with that. My name, you want to put in the record? I'm Dr. Gloria Haynes. I'm a pastor. I'm a Christian. And I love all of my fellow citizens. Margaret is a wonderful place to live. If we can stop the bickering and the backbiting, and one trying to up the other, it does not make sense. And we don't get anywhere by doing that. It causes confusion unless that's what you want to happen, is confusion. But today I rose to ask some questions. How do we want our city to proceed? And are we happy with the way it is going right now? I'm not. And I'm not putting shade on anybody. All of these people up here were duly elected. My thing is, do your job the way it's supposed to be done without throwing shade on everybody and causing problems. That goes for Jonathan, Matthew, Sandra, Darrell, Marquise, and John. Matt, James, okay. Anyway, let's do what we're supposed to do. But I got some questions right now because some things have been brought to my attention. And I want you all to let me know how you feel about it. I believe right is right, wrong is wrong, and if you do a crime, you should do the time. Amen?
Amen.
Now, I'm looking some years back. This has been brought, I don't know. And I'm not accusing anyone. But I do want to make some statements that were brought to me. Because they know my mouth is like this, because I'm going to say something. If I feel like it's wrong, I'm going to voice my opinion. And if I'm wrong, then sit me down and tell me you're wrong. That's all I want to know. But I'm looking back over some years, which was told to me. And I think everybody up here has a significant other, I believe, right? Wives or girlfriends or boyfriends or whomever. So why would you be caught in an uncompromising position in the Wendy's parking lot with a 15-year-old?
What is this? What is this? This a council meeting, a church meeting? What is this?
It's a church meeting right now.
You're supposed to be facing them, not us, man.
No, I'm talking to the citizens. Are you a citizen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, let's listen then. As a citizen, let's pay attention. So,
Sounds political to me.
that right there has me asking questions as to how did that happen? Why did it happen? And are we okay with that? I'm not.
And what really happened, and where did you get this information?
I got the information, but I'm not going to divulge it.
So why
Because then we don't know
And
if it
so-
really happened, or where you got the information from.
I'm very confident about where it came from and the people, But if I say that, that puts them on the spot. And at the same time, and they are,
Telling you something and you're saying.
at the same time, well, I saw evidence.
Mayor, please, take control of this meeting, Mayor, please.
And at the same time, we should be aware of certain things that's happening. We should be aware of negativities going on. We should be aware of things that are not supposed to be happening within our city. And we as citizens should be able to build up and make things happen that need to be happening. The people have a right. You have a right. I have a right. We all have a right. Mr. LAPD back there has a right. We all have a right to know what's going, and it's not political. And it's not really a church meeting. It's a council meeting enlightening our people as to some things that have taken place with some of our folks that are supposed to be leading us through. I'm not at liberty to say, but I can say, but I'm not gonna put it out here. Because I'm not like some folk who put things on Facebook and downgrade folk. I don't wanna downgrade anybody, don't wanna put shade on anybody. Because if God can forgive us, we can forgive each other.
So then why do this?
Why bring it up?
What are you doing?
Because of the fact we need to be aware of our leadership. We need to know that there are some things going on underhanded that should not be. And if we,
Everybody sitting up there probably has some skeletons in their.
and I do too, and so do
And
you,
I do too.
and we all do. And I haven't always been a minister. So therefore, yes, I have skeletons, but if you're going to lead me, and as a pastor, if I'm leading people, I try. I have not reached perfection. Sometimes I think I've lost connection,
Well,
but I
as a
try.
pastor, you should know, it's
I
not
try.
just to judge.
Oh, but this is not judgment. Because when you judge with the same meat that is going to be given to you. I'm not judging. I'm asking questions. And I asked you, are you all comfortable with that? I'm not. So you can take it the way you want it, but at least it's out there, and at least when you move forward, you'll know. Now, I know, and I've gotten verification, and some things are being investigated. So, I'm not gonna put anybody on the spot, but I have a right to say what I think I need to say, and so do you.
All right,
Amen?
okay, let's move on.
Talk about throwing shade.
Thank you.
I don't get it.
Harvey, got anything?
Yes, sir. Can we come up there?
Don't
I think
make it.
everybody can hear me pretty good. My name's Harvey McWhorter. A lot of you know who I am or whatever, but things I just wanted to follow up on a little bit too is, the water improvements at one of the meetings, and at the end of one of the meetings, I even questioned and Keith answered about the fact that everything would go out for the water tank, the bids by October, and everything would be back in and be awarded, and they'd start building the new tank in January. So I want to know exactly where that stands. Also, I understand, I wasn't here on the last meeting on the 6th or something, whatever, but I understand there was or 7th, but there was a discussion about how many water taps the city really has right now. And I know at one point in time, there was 150 available to sell, and I just wanted an accounting for that, to know how many's out there right now, especially with Sterling Grove going on and everything there too. And then third thing is the city attorney. Has anything been done with hiring a new city attorney? I know Laura Barnes had been here, and I knew there was someone else that came one night to one of the meetings. So I was just asking to see what's happening there.
Nothing yet, I think the mayor coming in has talked to Laura Barnes.
Okay. Oh, well, what about the water then? So has everything been compiled, and has everything gone out to subcontractors to bid on building a new tank? And where are we gonna build that tank, and when's it gonna start, be awarded?
Engineers working on that.
Okay. Is there a timeline as to when we're gonna have an answer on it? I think everybody wants to make sure if we do have, where I live, there's a big drought right now, we're not in the middle of it, but if things were to continue, less rain here, whatever, people washing their cars, watering their yards, and everything, they would like to know about that as well. Because it was last summer that we had the water ban, right?
Yep. When he get done with it, he'll bring us a report. He's
Okay.
working on it, he's got a lot of stuff he's working on.
Okay, and then, I don't wanna get in the middle of anything, but I don't have a list here, but I would like to say something, and Keith knows this information as far as Brookhaven better than I do, as far as the different phases. Because every individual phase pretty much is a standalone and has its own covenants and everything else in Brookhaven. But most of the setbacks, the side setback on a property is 5 feet. And there's usually 10 feet in the rear, and there's an easement back there for utilities and everybody to get in. The reason there's 5 feet on the side is that gives 5 feet on each side of the property line for the city utility guys to get in there and do work and everything too. The front setback from the street is either 16.5 or 17.5 feet, not 5. I know everything that we've done is, there's a 60-foot right-of-way. So you've got a street that's 22 feet wide, you've got 5 feet of curb, so that leaves 33 feet. That's 16.5 feet as far as the front setback. So that is a right-of-way, all your utilities in that right-of-way. Everything that we're doing is according to subdivision regs and all the utilities. So right now, when we put the corner pin in on all the properties that we're doing, it is 16.5 feet off the back of the curb. So that is the right-of-way. So your water main, your sewer main, your Alabama Power, everybody, actually Alabama Power has an easement, theirs is just inside the property. It's out of that right-of-way. So I just wanted to clear that up, and Keith can correct me on the other phases of Brookhaven, but everything that we've done since we've been over here, and everything that I know from other areas, that's the way it is. It depends on that overall right-of-way and how wide the street is, as to the right-of-way as far as setback from behind the curb and everything. And then there's a building setback behind that, just to clear that up.
Can you mention the piece about the roads, since you built the roads up to spec in Ridgefield, even though you were grandfathered in,
Yes, sir.
about how they held up?
Yes, sir, they've all held great. So we're going ahead and put down on all the subdivisions, on regs and stuff on the roads, we're putting down, first of all, we have to compact the road and make sure it proof rolls, everything. We have the city building inspector, Mr. Gene, Mike, everybody comes out and sees it, so we do all of that. And then we put down 6 inches of dense base and let that dry out and compact. And then we put at least 2 inches of asphalt binder, and then between 1 inch and 2 inches of asphalt sealant on top of it. And since we've done that, go ahead and put the sealer on there, the seal coat, it has performed much better. When you don't put the seal coat on it, and all this wear and tear, vehicles coming over, then, there could be some issues. But we're going ahead and putting the seal coat on now, even the builders talked about in other areas where they've built, they've had better success with that. And so far, right now, we've not had to go back and repair any issues that I can think of right this minute, that where we put the seal coat down. We've got one issue right now in Brookhaven, where water got under the street, and that's been damaged a little bit, so matter of fact, we're gonna start tearing that out tomorrow morning, first thing, 7 o'clock, over at the new development area. And, so, trying to make sure that's all right too. But so far, so good, on we're putting the seal coat down. But we are following every one of the guidelines and everything that we do. But I'm an open book. I try to be transparent with everybody, so if you got any questions about something we're doing and you're not sure, whatever, let me know. And one other thing, Mr. Beverly, the number's not 300. But there's already probably, let's see, get the exact number. I would say there's somewhere right now around 150 houses still left to build over at that Brookhaven, Phase 13. Maybe 160, I don't have the exact number, but it's in that range.
That means that the representative for Lennar doesn't know how many houses she's got left, because she told me a month ago it was 3.
Well, she may have 3 somewhere, but not over there. The whole subdivision is only 279 to begin with. We've already sold 93, all of those, we've sold a lot more than 93. The first sector was 93. I think every house is either started, there's not even a concrete pad. It's either a house in some form or they've been sold. And then we sold 58 in section 2, takedown number 1, of that 58, probably over half of that, or right at half of those are built, okay? So you know that's 120 something right there. That's what I'm saying, there's about 150, 100, possibly 160 left, but probably might even go closer to 140. But that's the number. I'll be glad to meet with you and walk through the lots anytime you'd like to as well. Like I said, I'm an open book. I want to do the right thing. I want to make sure everybody understands what we're doing. So you feel free to contact me anytime.
I do have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So you're telling me on Brookhaven Drive, the actual setback is 22 feet?
No, sir. It's
Okay.
17 and a half.
17 and a half.
It's 16 and a half or 17 and a half, depending on the width of the street.
Okay, so again, on Brookhaven, on what we're talking about repairing,
Yes,
let's take your number of 17 and a half.
yes, sir.
My question was not the setback number. My question was the damage that the residents would never inform. So it doesn't make any difference. See, when you walk away from your 17 feet, I get it. But as my next door neighbor, he doesn't get it. Nobody talked to him about the 17 feet, and nobody talked to him about the damage to his front yard.
Yes, well, I can't answer that
I
except
know.
for utilities normally repair all that. I mean, everybody I talk to, utilities, if Alabama Power has to get in there and do something, they try to repair it back to what it looked like beforehand, but that's them. I just wanted to clear up as far as the setback and make sure that everybody understands. And as I said, Keith can tell you more about each individual aspect, or excuse me, every phase of Brookhaven, but that's what normally happens. Remember, you got 60 feet total, so depending on the width of the street and the curb, you deduct that from the 60 feet, divide it by 2, that's what's left as far as right of way on each side in people's yards. Okay, just so everybody understands that. But I know utilities, if they do anything, they try to put it back. But I can't guarantee that, nor can you, Mr. Bell.
No, I'm not-
And nor can them, but that's what they try to do.
Okay, Phyllis, you got anything?
I'm good.
Jeremy? Ma'am? Mr. Bonner? Ms. Woody? Ms. McIntyre?
I just want Matt threw out some stuff about District 3, as far as what happened on November the 5th. And I just want to call him out on something, because did you tell the league that you were here that night and you decided to walk out that side door after you met quorum? Did you tell them that?
I did, and it doesn't matter. When quorum is broken, it's over.
Quorum wasn't broken. The attorney was here and you were told that quorum wasn't broken. You have a personal vendetta against District 3 because that's the district that Darrell has represented for years. So everything that you've done has been a personal vendetta against District 3 and the person that represents it. So when you're telling it, tell the truth about what happened. You were here that night, but you decided to get up and walk out. You had a little temper tantrum and you walked out the door. And you thought that you walking out the door was gonna make them not be able to put or place someone in District 3 because the person you wanted, which was Tabitha Hanner, was not the person that was selected. Yes, it is, that's true.
It's amazing how much you know about me, but you don't know you don't know that much about the law. I
Okay,
mean,
what's the law got to do with it? I do know what happened that night.
Yeah, the
and
law
I know
was-
what the attorney said that
yeah,
night.
when quorum is
But
broken,
you come in here and you twist everything, and people that are sitting in here now were not here that night. So they don't know everything that happens, and everything that you post and everything that you say, you throw out the law because you're sitting there just Googling everything as people are talking and pulling it up on your computer. But you're not telling the truth about everything that happens. You're not. You're not telling the truth about everything that happens.
you're entitled to your opinion, but that doesn't
And
make
so
it,
are you.
but that doesn't make it true.
And so are you, and it doesn't make it true what you're saying, and you filed so many ethics violations, I want y'all to know. He has probably filed 5 or 6 ethics violations on Darrell. It's been a personal vendetta against him. You're going into office on November the 1st. You're asking for financials, you're asking for all of this stuff. You've never wanted to work with the city council since you've been here. You came in day one accusing them of being crooks. You've never wanted to work with them, but now all of a sudden you want them to work with you. So that's not true. Just like you sat there and asked those questions, and you told Mr. Beverly, you said something about coming in here asking questions. You had people sitting in the audience before asking questions one night that you had cued them to ask the council. So everything that's happening is just coming back on you. And Jonathan, you're sitting there too, you're guilty too. Just like, and I want everybody to know in here, when Jeff stepped down, yes, you can laugh about it.
It's
When
funny,
Jeff-
I will.
When Jeff Wilson resigned, a lot of you all don't know the history of what's going on down here.
There's a
When
lot
Jeff
been
Wilson
going on.
resigned back in
A lot of history.
2023, Isaac became the mayor. Those two on the end stopped coming to council meetings because they did not want to vote for Isaac to become the mayor to finish out the term until this year. They did not want to do it, so they stopped coming to council meetings. They don't want to acknowledge that. Nobody, everybody in here, y'all don't know that, because you all weren't here. They stopped coming in hopes that it would go to the governor. And Matt wanted to be appointed as the mayor of Martin. It did not happen. The governor appointed Isaac Howard as the mayor.
And we see how that worked out.
That's, well, and you know why it worked out? Because of the way you're acting now. That's what made Isaac leave.
No, the
There's
people,
actually a lot of other reasons why he left.
Well, no,
and the
you
people,
and-
the people,
you and-
the
you
people,
and Matt have kicked it
we
up a
can-
notch.
the people have spoken.
Since Daryl's been in that position, you've kicked it up a notch since he's been in that position. And Isaac stepped down, and as the mayor pro tem, they voted Daryl in, and you've been upset ever since.
Actually, I'm the
So
one
take
who-
your term on
You all look at how the
November
voting
1st,
went.
and let's see how the city's run. You all have done nothing but bash the city since
It'll
you've
be
been
run
in here,
very
and
well
I
after
called you
November.
out on it.
It'll be
Say
run
what?
good after November.
You say what?
It'll be run good after November.
We're gonna see, because we'll be
We will.
here,
We'll
we'll be
see.
here to see.
Good.
We'll be here to see. I'm really scared for it to be in your hands.
That's
I
good.
really am.
Or did you have anything? You have anything?
I'm just sitting here and I'm just like amazed. I am so grateful, you know, for you all that have served, you know, and getting ready to transition on to, just, if everybody just do the right thing, and let's just move forward, because we have a lot of work to do. I ran for the Brookhaven area, and I'm, congratulations to Samantha. You know, we're gonna try to work together and see what we can do to help Brookhaven, but not only just Brookhaven, but the other areas. So let's just do this together. You know, just be prayerful in all of our cities. My grandmother always told me, you do the right thing, right things will come back to you. So what can we do to help support the new administration in doing the right thing? And let's just moving forward, because some of the things that I'm hearing here, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for the city. We need to be like some of these other cities, moving forward. I mean, I'm just shocked. So please, whatever we can, the community is gonna support anybody when they do the right thing. Let's just do the right thing.
Thank you.
Deontay?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I just want to bring up, just the event that's been going on just for the last few years about the trunk or treat. No one has said nothing about it, so I know I talked to Mayor, I talked to Matt, and, Chief and I, and Chan, we've been trying to get together, so we can just keep this going. Something for the community, we don't want it to stop, so I got with Lovejoy, you know, everybody, they were saying about the, insurance thing. So, today Brian was supposed to be getting back with me, he didn't, so Lovejoy's gonna buy the insurance for that day. So, and there's also another option, if the city, put in writing that they would be responsible if anything happened, as in parking or doing anything in the field, that it'll automatically be approved by Lovejoy. So I just wanna know, can we get the city back on doing that so we can go ahead and get the process going faster?
What are we discussing?
Instead of Lovejoy trying to pay to get insurance for something, you know.
What are we
for
talking
the
about?
city.
The first we heard of
We've been doing it every year, so we're not doing it now? I mean-
Well, it's first, we heard of it.
Okay.
Well, I make,
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, well,
Yeah.
Matt brought, you know,
Well, no,
so.
So, it shouldn't cost any money, and we have done it in the past, and so I'm willing to make the motion to the city sponsor the event, which therefore covers the insurance liability. I mean, Lovejoy has the paperwork already, they just need
I
us
mean,
to say it.
it's not,
Yeah.
yeah, the city can go ahead and sponsor, if the city just write off and say, hey, we're gonna be responsible if anything happens, like, you know, what's been going on, everything pretty much been going smooth.
Yeah.
So, and just do everything what we've been doing.
Yep.
And just keep something going for the city, because there's no reason just to stop.
Yep.
That's just my thing.
Well, the trunk or treat has always been done by volunteers.
Okay.
Sandra and I have headed it up most years, or majority of the years, and we've always come to the city. At one time, we had a committee, and we've always come to the city and asked the city to give like hot dogs or something like that. But everything else, it's been volunteers that have done it and volunteers that have headed it up.
Okay.
So it didn't, no one from the city just pretty much did it, they just gave money towards it.
Okay.
So it's basically the community that does the trunk or treat.
Okay. So, well, I got a few people already that said they're willing to volunteer. Mayor, he said he's gonna donate hot dogs, so if anybody else wanna donate anything, I just wanna get it approved, so the city can write that off saying, hey, we're gonna be responsible.
Yeah.
We don't hot dogs.
Well, let's handle the motion on the table. I made a motion that the city support the event or sponsor the event, just say that, so that the insurance is covered.
Right.
So that's just, no money, just
Why are we less than a week away and just not finding out about it though?
What?
Did you plan this event?
No, well, I found out it wasn't happening, so yes, I went on and jumped on it. So, yeah, so I found out it wasn't, no, everybody was asking me, I thought it was a date, and I found out it wasn't gonna happen, so I wanted to make it happen. So, I was last minute with it because I found out it wasn't gonna happen, so that's on nobody else.
So motion is just that the city sponsor the event so that the insurance covers it, and then the community will put on the event.
When you say sponsor, what do you mean?
Just that we say that we sponsor it so that Lovejoy has a rider for our insurance already. They already have our insurance on file, and so as long as we say we sponsor it, it falls under our umbrella.
You say you talked to Brian,
Brian, yes.
and he got back with you and said that?
Yeah, he said that he was gonna look at buying some insurance. But if the city will write off and say that they're gonna be responsible for anything that happens, you can go ahead and just let it happen. You won't have, nobody have to buy insurance or anything.
It's just like every other event that's been there, we sponsor it, therefore it falls under our insurance.
I mean, it was just a simple write-off from that, that's all.
I don't have a problem with it.
Well, it's always been a waiver, hadn't the
I mean, I always
people
been
that
a
are
waiver.
doing the participants have always signed a waiver saying that they would not hold the city liable for them participating in the event. So that takes that off of the city. I wouldn't say that the city would be responsible because, you know, somebody could, you know, give something, hopefully nobody would do that, but, you know, somebody could get sick from an allergy or something like that. So,
The city's responsible.
the insurance, I
Good
think
question for the
what
city
the
attorney.
whole thing is the parking area where you all are, that's where we initially had it, was in the parking area. And then it got to where it was so big, we had to kind of branch out into the street. But years ago,
We normally
Lovejoy
had
did
a,
allow us to use that grassy area, but I think that's the issue now.
Yeah, he was
Is
saying
not
because
being
of,
able to use that area.
right, because of the event that happened earlier, it wasn't nowhere here, it was something else, somebody got sued, so he's just trying to look out for love.
Right, and I
Well, that's-
understand that.
At that point,
that happened over 10 years.
you know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe longer.
Yeah, yeah.
But why now do the waiver not work? Because that's what we've been using.
The landowner has requested that we just ask that we sponsor it, so that they already have our insurance on file. And so as long as the city says we sponsor it, it's covered.
Yeah, just send it away for him.
Well, no,
He said he wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do it this time, okay, what he
Because
told
he's
me.
afraid he might get sued.
Okay, if he
The
told me.
waiver don't cover that.
Okay.
So that's why I was wondering what changed when he had the conversation with you.
I don't know, that's what, I mean, Chief and I was on the phone with it, so.
What did he say about
If the city would write up and say they would be responsible if anything happened.
Because we always use waivers, so
Okay,
people participating, if something happened, it wouldn't be on the city.
okay.
That's a big responsibility for the the city had, something happened.
I don't know why it changed, that's what I'm saying. If he told you it was because of the event that happened where the young lady got shot,
Yeah.
that was 15 years ago. So I don't know why now that comes up when we've been using just the waiver.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
I don't, what,
Yeah, what do we want to do? Do we want to say it's a
we wanna have,
sponsored event?
You have a motion on
But
the floor and no one seconded it yet.
But-
The motion,
but-
there, somebody got a second.
I second it. Any discussion?
now what are we saying? It's gonna be a city sponsored event, but actually the citizens are gonna be.
But you saying, he said the city, long as the city would say they sponsored it,
Right.
but then you saying he need a letter sent to him?
I didn't say
Just-
sponsor, all I said, the city's saying they're gonna be responsible if anything happens. I didn't, no, the city, I didn't say the city have to sponsor.
Sponsor, okay,
No, I didn't say city have to sponsor, as long as the city had right off the waiver saying they're responsible if any incident, right, that's it,
That's a
yeah.
big
Well,
responsibility.
Matt said that, Matt, did you say?
what did
the
you,
city
what was the
sponsored?
motion?
He wanted, basically, if the city sponsors it, the city takes responsibility, it falls under the city's insurance umbrella, therefore, I mean, and it's his request, whether, no matter where it had 15 years ago or yesterday, it's the owner's request for us to be able to use the land. And so, I mean,
It's a city sponsored event.
just like every other event we have up there, I mean,
A waiver.
Anything happens, the city's liable.
yeah, I mean,
Even
if
if
someone's,
nobody's down there.
if someone's sued, that waiver's not gonna hold up in court. So, I mean, it's the same situation for every other event we've
So you
hosted.
gotta think about, this gonna happen for the 4th of July too. This gonna happen for everything you're gonna do there. Easter, everything's gonna happen. You're gonna ask for the same thing. So
Yeah, by then, we'll have less than a week notice and we can act accordingly.
Well,
By then, we'll
John, you don't participate anyway, so why are you here?
it's, well, motion's been made and seconded. We're in discussion.
So I say, yeah, I say if we do that, if we still get a business, get them to sign a waiver, the ones participating.
Yeah.
Matt made the motion, I second it. Any more discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. So I need to call Brian to see exactly what he wants.
Okay.
So what,
we'll get with that. We can go ahead and get with you tomorrow. With that. Take care. Okay.
because he didn't wanna do it like we normally do it
Okay.
with the waiver, so,
All right.
okay, all right.
I'm trying to get one answer before I go.
Okay.
I want to make sure that the city clerk recorded the accusation that I tried to sell the city some aqua water. Did you record that?
I did not.
Well, please do, Mr. Tortorisa said it, so that in the event there is a legal response, that's slander, because I've never tried to sell the city anything.
Okay, Ms. Love? Ms. Sherry?
I have something, but I'm gonna bring it up, not for you tonight, until the new mayor comes. Then I will present it, because it's not gonna go anywhere if I present it tonight. So I'm just gonna bring it up when he's elected in that seat.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, Mr. Parham? Ms. Vaughn? Yvonne? Ms. Haynes, you got anything else?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Sir? Ma'am, sir? You have anything? Shelby?
Are we getting?
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. From the last discussion, We talked about the vacancy for the public works. Is there an update on that? Has that position been posted? Is there a plan of action?
I think the mayor coming in have been talking to the employees about that, so maybe he can answer that.
I want to make sure my question is clear. Has the position been posted on any form?
No, nothing's been posted yet for the current open position. Like, if it was being filled between the time he resigned and now, it would have been posted, but for the appointment, nothing's been posted.
Okay, so it won't be recruited for, somebody will be appointed?
That's right.
The plan of
That's right.
action?
That's an appointed position, that's right.
Okay, I don't want to speak for you. Has it always been an appointed position?
I believe it's state law. Like, there's 4 positions that are appointed positions, and then 1 or 2 that are just selected.
Okay. So is there a selection that's already been made? I just want to make sure.
Nothing yet.
And then when you say state law, so I do know there is an ordinance, I'm looking for it now. But when you say state law, that the position is an appointed position, is that something, can you speak to that now? If not, that's fine.
Yeah, give me one second. I had a document, but, so with every new, and that's actually a great question, because a lot of people don't understand how that works. So with every election, mayor has appointment authority for certain positions. And then there's there's one council appointed position, and then others that are mayor appointed, and then mayor selections, like the attorney and judge and a few other positions. I'm pulling up the law now so I can
Well,
speak.
that's a good segue. So one of the things for the public, it should be public record, the organizational chart and the personnel list.
Yep.
Is that something that is public record so that we can see what vacancies are and what appointments have been made?
It should be, but, so there's an organizational ordinance in the minutes from the organizational meeting where the appointments are made every 4 years or 5 years, depending on this term. And so that is posted and it's out there, but the actual current org chart, I don't think there is one, but I mean, you could call and ask for the information and either submit an information request or just get it over the phone. Most cities will just give it to you pretty quickly.
And that'll be sent to the city clerk?
That's right.
Okay, thank you for that. Also, as far as current, is there an acting or interim head of public works?
No.
And are you confirming here, I'll go back and research because it looks like I have inaccurate information, but that the head of public works is a position that is required to be permanently filled or posted publicly. Are you aware of that requirement?
I'm double checking, not that position in particular. You got clerk, treasurer, police chief, and a few others that are, but this is summarizing the state laws. Let me pull it up. It's 1143.3 and 1143.4, but.
Okay, we can put a pin in it and
Okay.
revisit it at the next meeting.
Okay,
If that can be added
Yep.
to the minutes as a topic to revisit.
okay.
Also, maintenance plan.
Mhm.
So, does the council have, I know there was some conversation about this from the last meeting as well, but can the council provide a written plan outlining the road repairs, drainage, sewer maintenance, until the new public works director is appointed? So is there a temporary plan? Is there something for public reference? Just for transparency?
No, that's an excellent question. And as of right now, there is no plan, there's no structure. It's as they come up, if you yell out enough, every 3 months, you might get a pothole filled. And we do have a public page that says, here's the, submit a request if you have an issue. And those have been actually being filled pretty well. But it is one of my main priorities in the first few weeks is to set together a plan, come up with a 10-year plan for all major road repairs, and then change the process for pothole patching and those processes. So we don't have that, but that's a big part of the change.
And there's some people that submitted those claims on the website. It's been over 10 months, they still ain't been touched. So,
Okay.
just how the mayor wants to do it.
So, but the plan is that is something that will be
Yes, ma'am.
visited by the incoming administration?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
can we make sure that that's captured, because I would like to revisit that
Mhm.
at a later date. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Okay, so one thing that was also discussed at the last meeting was about grant-related risk.
Mhm.
So, I am recapping, feel free to correct me, anybody, if there's anything that's inaccurate here. But, with the city's pending infrastructure grants, I wanted to know if there is a person responsible for ensuring project compliance, since we have a vacancy for a public works director.
The city engineer is managing the project. He's the project manager for that project. That's, one of the big things with grants is that they typically have additional costs because you have to have engineer and engineering, and so he's handling it, not our public works.
Okay, so question to the city engineer. So is there any danger or risk to the funds that are related to the current, project, that they get frozen or forfeited, or is the city good with that respect?
I mean, the project has begun, so the funds will be distributed. They've been, actually have been pre-distributed with that particular grant. So they're in escrow for that particular project.
So is the response that no, there's no risk of freeze or forfeiture of any funds from that grant?
Not from this grant. Like I said, they already paid it. The state's already paid their part out. The county is gonna help either in kind or via money, pay $130,000 of it as well, and then $130,000 is from the city, and that's all been approved.
Okay, thank you for that response, thank you for your response. Additionally, so, because there was specificity about this grant, is there any risk of freeze or forfeiture on other grants? Is that something that's being actively managed, project managed or tracked?
It's grant specific, but that's the only grant that we have right now, other than we got some, Police Fest a couple months ago, but that was a paid and done kind of thing. So right now, we don't have that many grants outstanding, but in the future we will, and that will be considered.
Okay, I wanna be very clear when you say we don't have that many grants. We have one grant.
That's it, yeah.
Today. That's it, that's all?
That's the only grant, yep.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, so then, now, those are all of the things, no. One other thing from the last discussion, so, I wanna direct this to you. So we talked about the ordinance, the city ordinance for people parking on the street, and that the liability, for any incident, I don't wanna state incorrectly, but it was like the liability for any incidents that happen with people that are parked on the street is the responsibility, or the parked vehicle is, outside of the ordinance, so the liability is the responsibility of the parked vehicle owner. Can we revisit that, and can you restate that? Because I did have a question after reviewing.
If the car is illegally parked and it's wrecked, for the state law, I know about it, the person that's illegally parked is gonna be, held accountable for their fault.
And so when we talk about the legality, is there a city ordinance that prevents street parking?
Yes, as long as it's, they can park there, as long as it doesn't exceed 48 consecutive hours.
48 consecutive hours. So people can park on the street. And if a moving vehicle impacts a parked vehicle, that parked vehicle is not illegally parked unless somebody can prove that it has been there in excess of the.
That's one of the things I was trying to change, because on one side of the ordinance, it said that you shouldn't be parking right away. But then it turns around and say, you can park on the right of way, as long as it don't exceed 48 hours. So I was trying to take that part, either you want to let them park on the street or not.
Okay, so then I wanna ask, is it about legality? Because I will say for insurance liability, that part is not liable. The moving vehicle is gonna be liable for any damages in that accident, regardless of a police report or any at-fault ruling by the city. So I wanna just make sure when we're saying things that the citizens are aware of what liability means in that regard, and what would be the responsibility of an individual citizen. Can you confirm that, just so I wanted to revisit, because we talked about it last time, and I went and researched it to make sure that we had that. All right, the last thing for me, I've been here 21 years, I built out here when there was probably like,
About
No new-
1,100
no
to
new-
less than 2,000
No
people.
new residents. This is my third city council meeting. One was about fourth. When I was new here, I broke an ordinance. I haven't done that again. That was about fourth. This is my second one. What I wanna just point out is greatly appreciate the engagement and the citizens of this community that are passionate about Margaret since when we were a town. But there is an obvious lack of decorum that happens at these meetings. One of the things that I would like to rise for a discussion, it's not something that we are already over our time tonight, but I think good leadership would set some rules of decorum when it's an open forum. Also, there needs to be time. I really appreciate the effort that went into this document and the preparation of it, but I think if there were rules as to how we submit, who do we submit these type of things to, so that these meetings can be productive and the citizens can get answers to the questions that they have, with transparency. Also with respect to timing, I know I've been up here past my time, so I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite, but there should be a general open forum. There are some rules for the state on how city council meetings are conducted, that I would just, like to bring that up, that we're a great city. There are a lot of concerned citizens, a lot of really valid things are brought, but we don't have the order of operation, so to speak, as far as I'm aware of, and I think that that should be a part of the upcoming administration's plan of action.
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing is I wanted to ask a question, not make an assumption about agendas and meeting minutes. So when I come into these meetings, there is a formal agenda that is not publicly available. So as you guys walk through things, I'm prepared as a citizen with questions or concerns. I have to go back and read the transcript from the recording. Is there a way to get access? Is there public access for the agenda? Is there a time frame for that? Just for the citizens, not the council.
Every other council meeting I go to has a stack of them. As you're walking in, you can pick one up. That will be going forward, so.
So you can only get it the day of?
Well, no, it'll be posted online before as well. I've also been working on the app. It'll have it posted there, but you'll have it ahead of time, and then there'll be a physical copy when you walk in the building.
So you're saying to be, but currently it's not available?
That's correct.
Is that correct?
Well, it gets posted on the city website after the fact.
Right, after the fact, but in
Yeah.
preparation for the meeting, it's not available? Okay, but that will be moving forward.
Yes, that will be corrected.
When can we expect that?
Probably by the second meeting in November.
The second meeting in November?
Mhm.
And then lastly, the meeting minutes.
Mhm.
So I appreciate the recordings, I am able to pull a transcript from the recordings.
Mhm.
But are there formal meeting minutes and posting guidelines, or is that something that needs to be addressed with decorum?
So that's a good question. There are some rough guidelines from the state and for in the clerk's manual versus the city council handbook.
Is
But
that Roberts?
well, there's a little bit of Robert's rules, but mostly it's just a procedural, and every city can do it different. Like our organizational ordinance currently says that we're supposed to name all the votes and who voted which ways, but we're breaking our own organizational ordinance currently. So we do have some of these rules in place that we're just not following. I made a big to-do of it 2 or 3 years ago, and just instead of correcting the issue, we went the other way. And so,
You're the guy now.
that's right.
Is that gonna
Yeah,
be on
no,
the
yes,
document?
ma'am. It's gonna be, by the letter.
All right, appreciate it. I'll follow up on that. I think that is it for me. I appreciate you guys' time and your responses.
Thank you.
I appreciate what she said, it makes a lot of sense, and it will bring order to the meetings. I like what you said as far as you're gonna see about getting this done. Are you gonna form a committee to help get that done?
Well, which part in particular?
Well, as far as having an agenda, and when we can say that we want to be on the agenda instead of just jumping up like I did.
Yeah, that will all be on the organizational ordinance and be written in as law as of that organizational ordinance. And so yeah, there'll be time limits set, a time limit to get your name on the agenda, and if you're on the agenda, you get to speak. And so, yeah, it's all gonna be very much structured, like most of the other cities already do. So yeah, all that's part of the plan already. I've got half of it drafted already. I just have to wait till November 3rd.
That would be good, and it would bring order.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're right, we don't have the order that we need.
Yeah.
And everything gets chaotic.
Yep.
And people
Yeah.
get upset about a lot of things that they probably would not get upset about if there was more order to it.
That's right.
And again, about the grants, when you do grants,
Mhm.
each one should be earmarked for what you want it to be earmarked for.
That's right.
So therefore, it cannot be spent for nothing but what it's been earmarked for.
That's right.
And then you need to do an, outcome funding situation to the grantor
That's right.
in order to make it legitimate and be sure that you're following their guidelines in order that you don't have to pay that money back.
That's right, and if they're planned properly, then it flows pretty well, and you also, we'll be budgeting for grants. Each department will have a certain amount, so that we don't end up becoming grant poor, because you can easily overstretch yourself, because,
That's true.
and so,
That's true. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to piggyback to say, I appreciate that you're drafting up, a plan for decorum and, the way we execute the meeting. I'll just say, I would respectfully request as a citizen, if that draft could be made publicly available, so the citizens have an opportunity to redline in any way, and the council review and approve, post allowing the citizens an opportunity to make sure that it all makes sense to us.
yeah, that's no problem. I'll post it, on my Facebook page, but also email it to you.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
You got a whole back row back there, Tom.
Who?
She has something?
You got a
Oh,
back row.
Shelby? You got,
No, okay.
I thought
I just have a few questions. I want to verify and squash something for everyone. If I may, Chief, on election day, was anyone escorted out for having a firearm?
No, he wasn't escorted out.
No? Okay. Are the interior and exterior cameras functioning?
yes.
Okay, there is a rumor going around that someone had a firearm on them the entire day during election
And
day.
Chief said that last meeting, that someone found too, by the way.
I watched it today, and that's why I want to
And
squash it, because
Beverly
I
said
don't
it
want
also.
anyone in the public to misunderstand what happened that day. I was here before any of the poll workers were here, before poll watchers, and I was here all day. You know this, you saw me. It was not Matt Tortorisi. My poll watcher carries every single day. He is a veteran. What he did, he wasn't sure. There's no very obvious signs outside except for this one on the exit door. I told him, ask. He was asking me. I said, it's not on the rules that we get handed.
It is stated in federal law that no poll
Yes.
worker can have a firearm because
Yes.
that leads to, instant voter
Yes.
intimidation.
Which I,
State
and
and federal.
I know that. He did not. He told me after the fact. I said, glad you asked. But
That
what
would
I'm
be-
saying
that
is,
would bring into question
he-
though the
he
training
only
and
came to the
compliance
door.
of poll workers.
he only came to the door, asked a poll watcher, and returned it to his vehicle. He was not in the building with a firearm.
And can I say something?
Yes.
When it first came out about a gun, the chief didn't say anything about a gun because the chief was not asked, did the guy have a gun?
And I didn't hear the rumor
No,
from you. I didn't hear
I'm
it.
just going on what he just said.
Yes, I
Watch
just
the
heard it through the
film.
grapevine.
Pull it up and watch it. You, the mayor, and Beverly all said it was Matt Tortorici's poll watcher. You know who the poll watcher was? Me,
I did not
and
say
you know
that.
that.
I did not say that.
Oh, by the way, what you doing here? You said you was quitting.
David,
Hey.
David, David.
Show some respect, man. Sit down.
Hold on now. You just let somebody make accusations about a 15-year-old. Did you not just let somebody make an accusation about a 15-year-old? Did you not let somebody make an accusation about a 15-year-old? And did you not tell me, did you not cuss me right here a minute ago?
This meeting is
This meeting
still
is
in
adjourned.
session.
Meeting this, I need a, you made
It
a
has
motion.
not been adjourned yet. Cool your jets.
Meeting is adjourned. All in favor?
She still has the floor. Wait, so are you saying getting up and leaving breaks quorum? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry, are you verifying? No? So do you want to, what? You want a jet? Like, so, what are you talking about?
no limitations on what you
I don't know what you're talking about.
will.
Hey.